Communication isn't just about talking. It's about being understood. Most people speak to respond, not to connect. That's where the problem begins. If you want to improve your communication skills dramatically, start by becoming aware of your words. Words carry weight. They can build trust or destroy it in seconds. Every sentence you speak should have intention behind it. First, slow down your speech. When you rush, your message loses clarity. People don't absorb fast, scattered thoughts. Speak calmly and clearly. Confidence doesn't come from speed. It comes from control. Second, simplify your language. The smartest communicators don't use complicated words. They use simple words effectively. If a 10-year-old can understand your message, you're doing it right. Third, focus on tone. The same sentence can sound respectful or rude depending on how you say it. Your tone communicates more than your actual words. So be mindful. Are you sounding calm, aggressive, nervous, or confident? Another key is eliminating filler words like and you know. These weaken your message and make you sound unsure. Replace them with silence. Silence is powerful. It shows control and confidence. Also, practice speaking with purpose. Before you speak, ask yourself, what am I trying to say? Why does it matter? How can I say it clearly? When your communication has purpose, people listen more carefully. Finally, remember this. Communication is not about impressing people. It's about connecting with them. Speak in a way that makes people feel understood, not overwhelmed. If you master just these basics, clarity, tone, simplicity, and intention, you'll already be ahead of most people. And this is just the beginning. Most people think communication is about speaking well, but the real secret, it's listening. If you want to improve your communication skills by 88%, become a better listener. Because people don't just want to be heard, they want to feel understood. The problem is, most people don't actually listen. They wait for their turn to speak. While the other person is talking, they're already preparing their response. That's not listening. That's interrupting mentally. Real listening requires focus. When someone speaks, give them your full attention. Put away distractions. Make eye contact. Show that you are present. This alone makes a huge difference. Next, don't interrupt. Even if you think you know what they're going to say, let them finish. Interrupting not only breaks their flow, it shows disrespect. Another powerful habit is reflecting. This means repeating or summarizing what the other person said. For example, so what you're saying is. This shows you're engaged and helps avoid misunderstandings. Also, listen for emotions, not just words. People often hide what they truly feel. Pay attention to their tone, body language, and pauses. Sometimes what's not said is more important than what is said. Good listeners ask good questions. Instead of jumping to conclusions, ask, can you explain more? What do you mean by that? This deepens the conversation and builds trust. And here's something most people miss. Don't always try to fix things. Sometimes people don't want solutions. They just want someone to listen. If you can master the art of listening, you'll naturally become a better communicator. People will trust you more, respect you more, and open up to you more. Because in the end, the best communicators aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who understand the most. One of the biggest barriers to effective communication is fear. Fear of judgment. Fear of saying the wrong thing. Fear of not being good enough. But here's the truth. Confidence in communication is not something you're born with, it's something you build. The first step is to accept imperfection. You don't have to speak perfectly to be effective. Even great speakers make mistakes. What matters is how you deliver your message, not whether it's flawless. Start by practicing in small situations. Talk to people daily, friends, family, even strangers. The more you speak, the more comfortable you become. Next, focus on your body language. Communication is not just verbal, It's physical too. Stand straight. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Maintain eye contact. These small changes instantly make you appear more confident. Another key is preparation. If you know what you're going to say, your confidence increases automatically. Think before you speak. Organize your thoughts. This reduces hesitation. Also, stop overthinking. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves to judge you. The fear you feel is often exaggerated in your mind. Replace negative thoughts like, "What if I mess up?" with, "I'll do my best." Your mindset shapes your communication. One powerful technique is pausing. When you feel nervous, pause before speaking. Take a breath. This gives you control and makes your speech more impactful. And remember, confidence grows with action. The more you practice, the better you become. You don't need to be the loudest person in the room to be confident. You just need to be clear, calm, and authentic. Because true confidence in communication isn't about being perfect, it's about being real. Communication is not just about expressing yourself. It's about influencing others in a positive way. If you want people to listen to you, you need more than words. You need connection, clarity, and credibility. First, understand your audience. Before you speak, ask yourself, who am I talking to? What do they care about? What do they need? When you speak to people's interests, they naturally pay attention. Next, use stories. Facts inform, but stories persuade. People remember stories because they create emotion. If you want your message to stick, wrap it in a simple story. Another powerful tool is clarity. Don't overload people with too much information. Keep your message focused. One clear idea is more powerful than 10 confusing ones. Also, use repetition wisely. Important points should be repeated not word for word, but in different ways. This reinforces your message and makes it memorable. Credibility is key. People listen to those they trust. Be honest, don't exaggerate, speak from experience when possible. Emotion also plays a huge role. Logic makes people think, but emotion makes them act. Speak with passion. Show that you care about what you're saying, but here's the most important part: respect. Never force your ideas on others. True influence comes from understanding, not pressure. Ask for opinions. Involve people in the conversation. When people feel included, they are more open to your message. Finally, end your communication with purpose. Don't just talk. Leave people with something to think about or act on. Because great communication isn't just about being heard, it's about being remembered.